Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started with our celebrity tarot card reading in just a minute. But first, go ahead and hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started with the celebrity reading with Jimin, and then is it Chaeyoung? So we are going to get into this reading, even though I may say things and they don't make sense. Please bear with me. Again, I'm from the USA. I did not take any lessons or classes in another language ever. So this is as good as it's getting, people. Okay. All right. So I'm going to get into their astrology. Hit subscribe while you're waiting on me. He was born, Park Jimin was born October 13th, 1995, and he is an actor. Isn't he a singer too? I'm confused. I thought he was a singer. Okay. He is known famously as Jimin, and he's a multi-talented megastar and a member of the K-pop group BTS. Excuse me. And he's also known for his enchanting vocals and killer dance moves, of course. A deep dive into his astrology birth chart shows that there's way more to him than what we actually see. So, and let's find out a little bit more. Gemini is his moon sign, and his sun sign is a Libra. Okay, we're going to get into hers. She is Chaeyoung. I'm going to go throw it out there. She was born Friday, April 23rd, 99. She was born in South Korea. She's a Taurus and a Leo moon sign. Birth path is a 1. A little bit more about her is she's known in South Korea for being a rapper, singer-songwriter, and a composer. She's a member of Twice, a K-pop girl group formed by JYP Entertainment. She started off as a singer, but started to train as a rapper shortly after commencing her training. Before debuting with Twice, she appeared in the music videos by GOT7 and Miss A. Participated in the reality TV competition 16 in 2015. As one of 9 successful participants, she went to join the newly formed girl group Twice. So bottom line is she became, where's it at? I thought she was in the other one too. Whatever. She did do a solo project, and that was she covered Alone by Cheese as a solo one. And then How You Doing? How You Doing? Sorry, went somewhere else. Okay, so we're going to get into this reading. Oh, yeah. She's really fire. She's a lot fire. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's get into this reading. We're just going to find out a little bit about the two of them, kind of their thoughts, feelings for each other, how they see each other versus the reality of things. Just kind of getting a sense of thinking we know about the relationship until we do some tarot and we get under the surface of things. And then we really start to see some things happening. Let's find out. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're going to find out again thoughts and feelings on this situation. Okay, so emotionally, there's some confusing feelings going on as far as over on Jimin's side. He does feel confused and he's kind of quiet about it. And I feel like the reason that if he were to think anything fucked up, it's because he puts his needs last, no matter what. Okay. So that's just what it is. And he's ignoring what he actually wants or needs. And there is a communication block with him. So he might be mad at her or not talking to her for a second, or he might not be communicating with anybody else. Necessarily. But again, this is just coming from the mere fact that people continue to people please, even though we don't have time for it. We're like, oh yeah, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this. But then we're spread so thin, then we start fucking up with the people that we really love because they've been standing by, of course, waiting. And then you're like, fuck, I fucked everything up. So emotionally, the incompetent feeling I'm sensing here is he's trying to work on himself. He feels incompetent in most days, even though he is a leader. And he does have a little bit of a jealousy streak. And this would be coming and stemming from the incompetency, that low self-esteem. So, I mean, emotionally, he's just like in a weird place. They might just be in a weird place in the relationship in general, because the relationship works pretty well, but over on her end, she feels like when she's thinking about the situation, she wants to look a little closer to it because she thinks there's some issues here that they need to work on. And especially when she's dealing with her connection, because she doesn't feel hugely connected to him at the moment. Now, that doesn't mean forever. It just means in this moment, in this fucking moment. Okay. Because, we have like issues all the time. We have to reevaluate. We have to be confused. These are all things that come in when we have a relationship, no matter how famous or how much you love these people. Okay. All right. So, emotionally, she just looks at him like she could just die over and over in his eyes. Isn't that what you see here? That's what I see. Look at how much she loves him. You can see, and how nurturing their relationship is, and affirming the love and the feelings and the connection that is just full to the brim. That's what I see. The heart is right there. It's, the main component, the background of everything. The heart and the home are the same thing to me. I just feel like there's a lot of love here. Okay. And I do feel like emotionally, she's trying to take a lot and go a little deeper than she normally does, go deep inside and try to figure things out, especially anything stemming from her childhood. She's definitely trying to, simplify her overthinking also, because she's probably overthinking, especially if they're not communicating it, or he's not communicating why he's feeling like in a little bit of a rift. I don't know. I just feel like she has a lot of beautiful memories with him, and she really loves him. She really adores him. There's just like a really healthy harmony when they're together, really cooperative energy. They're very in sync. Not the band. All right, let's see how they look at each other. How do they feel about each other when they're looking at each other? What does it look like? When he's checking her out, looking at her, he feels like, like he thinks there's like definitely the ending of a relationship is being thought about. So shit. When he looks at her, he sees changed feelings. Okay. So there is some changed feelings here. I don't want to have to do this, but I'm saying it because this is what the cards are saying with this 8 of Cups and upright. It's just like a walking away vibe. I feel like seeing the whole picture is something that isn't being able to be seen because it's so far away, or it's so far in the past, or it's just not in his capacity to actually see the whole picture because he doesn't look at life like that. He's the ending of a relationship could be good for him. He's thinking this. Could it be good for us? Could it be good for you? And I think he wants to seek a solution to it, though. Okay, this definitely doesn't have anything to do with him not loving or not connected or not, wanting to be around her or whatever it might be. I feel like there could even be distance. And I feel like the only way that they connect sometimes is in the moon, or like within, after dark, or when they're working or on stage, or, whatever they're dealing with shadow wise. I feel like there's a sense that brings them together. I think that he would travel very, very, very far distance for her, though. I do. So it's a very like back and forth thing here. And over on her end of things, she's definitely feeling like, he lives in denial. And that might be because he doesn't see the whole picture. Okay, with that justice in the reverse. There's a dishonesty here, and she feels like he's kind of a blamer and he kind of makes things like seem like they're unfair, but she's like, that's not what this is. And she just feels like he's not accepting what the truth of the matter is. Now, the truth of the matter, I mean, I don't know. What's the truth of the matter? He has a lot of chaos around him. There's an issue and he's refusing to dive any deeper into it. It's an unexpected issue also. Yeah, the issues will just continue to grow. Because she thinks that he should look for help in other people, but he's not. It's just like the peace is just not there right at the moment. And the issues are going to continue to grow because there's a bunch of chaos going on around him. So just kind of like him resisting the fact that life is life. Okay. He's trying to refuse the tower moment. It's just like awful. And she's like, dude, this is all happening, all this negative bullshit, all this chaos, all these things that are disturbing our relationship or this connection. And she would never say that, though. She would never be like, go find fucking help. Like, she's not going to say that out loud to him. She feels like he's not even happy if there was peace. It's just like he's constantly refusing to see the truth in the moment. And yes, he does. He wants to push himself and be better and better and better. He's kind of a perfectionist. So this would make sense, the refusal to actually see what's going on, because he's like, no, I'm going to keep it moving. It's like, you got to slow down enough for life to actually be fitting with, in sync and walking with you. All right. What's upcoming intentions from each other? Queen of Cups. We also got Eight of Wands. He's going to gain a little more speed. He will probably come back, start all over again with that romance. He's kind of like, again, with the chaos. So she will just be expecting a quick action from him, just kind of like getting more excited. Maybe there's some movement. There could even be a moving. Yeah, because the romance is going to restart. He's just going to bring her a whole new, world. That's kind of his thing. Whole new world. Her intention is to bring herself. She's going to bring her power feminine. She's always, influential. She's always, making sure that she knows the truth. She's clear when she's communicating. And she definitely is going to bring a mature, adult, somebody who's not going to rush into this new start again. It's just, they always kind of like refresh it. And this could even be because they're not together. So like anytime they do come together, it's kind of like a brand new thing. So it's probably really difficult in between, especially if they're far apart. Likely outcome for the next month or so here. Okay. So, y'all are gonna kill me. Okay. And I'm sorry. It's just where it's at. Okay. Likely outcome is that there will be a situation that does come about. Okay. Now, this situation could definitely just be dealing with, kind of the ego of things. But that's sometimes the only things that we trust. Okay. Rewards for really hard effort will be rewarded. But by the time it is rewarded and they're physically coming together, there's definitely going to be a loss of energy, a loss in the relationship of this original flame, the original sparkle. And it looks like, likely outcome is they're trying to fix this, but the refocus, it feels like there would be a lot of showing up. So like if you're in a relationship, you're showing up every day when you wake up in bed together, right? Okay. Well, in a long distance relationship, it's just like you keep like leveling up in the conversations on the phone. And normally there's that moment you get to meet physically, and then it starts all over again the next day or the next couple of weeks or whatever. And it plateaus completely because they don't get to see each other. So I just feel like she's like, what can I work on? What can I work on? But that seems to be an issue. That just seems to be a wall that keeps being hit. So likely outcome is that, again, it doesn't say that they're going to break up or anything in the midst of this part of my reading, but the energy is losing the original spark. And this is something that she's very aware of when they do physically come back together. And he is just really trying to stand up for himself. Okay. He's like, listen, I've gone deep here. I really want to like be firm in how I feel. I want to be firm in the truth of our situation. And I'm not trying to be abusive. I'm not trying to, like stand up for things that I believe in and ignore everything you say. Or, I'm trying to make sure that I'm, morally taking care of you and being the right person. He's like, I'm trying here. What do you want me to do? There's just too much misusing power here, or like it's just like a constant power struggle with them both, and mentally this is exhausting. There's just like a worry and a grief already, like it's just constant, and this has to do with probably when they're not together, because this is when they're not communicating, and she's not going to tell him, hey, this doesn't have the original spark. And he's not going to be like, I'm going to tell you how I feel. Like, they're not going to say that. This is just kind of like the energy and where it'll move into eventually fucking talking about it. But I mean, for a minute, they'll just enjoy that they're together. So yeah, this is an up and down vibe. But when they're together, they're good. They're really good. So that's all I got for y'all. I hope that you enjoyed this love reading between these two lovebirds. Hopefully they work something out. I know that they have a lot of overworking. They're tired. I mean, I have 3 kids. I'm a single mom. I'm exhausted. So to date, you better catch me at coffee, because I can't be doing that. I can't be just going on a date. I'm exhausted. You better become a baby. Come over and babysit my kids. That'd be a great date. And then I'll go take a nap. Okay. I'm kidding. I sound like so lame. Yes, I'm actually going to do all of Blackpink. That was a request, and I had planned to do all that. So I will be getting to all those. I'm just kind of getting over a weird sickness that just keeps being a different sick every day for like 4 days now, 5 days. So please go ahead, hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot if you would, please, and thank you. Other than that, check out these videos that pop up on the upload. Go check them out, share, like, and follow. And if you would, please hit that member button. Go check out all those perks to be a Hangman member. And other than that, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I hope that you all stay safe on 4th. Happy 4th of July.